You have arrived. The long, relentless demands of the waking day are finally behind you, and you have successfully crossed the threshold into the deep, protective sanctuary of the night. You can stop running now. For the past several hours, your magnificent, high-velocity mind has been operating at an absolute quantum speed. You are a manifesting generator, and your energetic blueprint was brilliantly designed to process the world in a way that very few others can truly understand. You do not move in a simple, predictable, straight line. You move in magnificent leaps. You move in bursts of brilliant, chaotic inspiration, effortlessly holding a dozen different threads, projects, and passions, all at the exact same time. Throughout the bright, demanding hours of the day, this incredible quantum engine has been burning hot. You have been building, pivoting, responding, and creating with a fierce, beautiful momentum. You possess the profound ability to see the final destination before anyone else has even conceptualized the first step. Because of this, you often find yourself skipping over the slow, mundane processes that tether other people to the ground. You move at the speed of light, constantly shifting your profound life force energy toward whatever excites your spirit in the present moment. But existing at this remarkable velocity in a heavy, structured world that constantly demands linear progression is fundamentally, deeply exhausting. Society does not always know how to hold your multidimensional energy. It asks you to slow down, to pick just one path, to finish every single thing you start before you are allowed to change your mind. It places a heavy, unnatural expectation on your shoulders, making you feel as though your brilliant, rapid-fire pivots are somehow a flaw, rather than the true, magnificent mechanics of your design. Because of this, you often carry a heavy, invisible weight into the dark. You carry the lingering, buzzing guilt of the projects you left undone. You carry the tense, vibrating momentum of a body that has been moving too fast for too long, a body that has forgotten how to safely apply the brakes. You can likely feel it in the deep, subtle architecture of your nervous system, a low, continuous hum vibrating just beneath your skin. It is the residual electricity of your massive sacral center, still trying to push energy upward, still desperately trying to manifest and act and do, even though the sun has long since set. This is the ultimate challenge of the high-velocity mind. Your physical vessel becomes so accustomed to running at maximum capacity that complete stillness can almost feel like a vulnerability. Your muscles remain tight, your jaw remains slightly clenched, and your breathing stays shallow, as if you are silently bracing for the next sudden pivot, the next burst of inspiration, or the next immediate demand on your time. But here, in the flawless, isolated architecture of this midnight sanctuary, the chaotic grid of the waking world has been completely locked out. The mechanical ticking of the clock has been entirely dismantled. There is absolutely nothing left for you to build, nothing left for you to manage, and no one left for you to respond to. The universe is not asking you for your rapid-fire brilliance tonight. It is not asking you to juggle the countless, beautiful passions that live inside your heart. It is gently, lovingly demanding your complete and total surrender. We are going to change your internal rhythm now, not with force, but with a profound, elegant permission. There is no rush to reach complete silence. we are simply, gradually shifting gears. I invite you to bring your detached, gentle awareness to the physical space you are resting in right now. Feel the heavy, unconditional support of the surface beneath you. It is holding your entire physical weight flawlessly, asking absolutely no effort in return. Notice the temperature of the air resting against your skin. This is the quiet, ancient intelligence of the night, and it has arrived specifically to help you power down the quantum engine. Take a very slow, deep, luxurious breath, drawing the cool night air deeply into your lungs. Hold it for just a fraction of a second at the very top, and then release a long, heavy, effortless exhale. With that breath, imagine the frantic, spinning momentum of the day beginning to beautifully, gracefully lose its speed. You do not need to slam on the brakes all at once. Simply take your foot off the accelerator. Allow the immense, buzzing machinery of your mind to coast. Feel the dense, heavy gravity of the earth pulling the residual electricity out of your limbs. It is draining away the urge to move, the urge to plan, and the urge to fix. In your mind's eye, visualize the countless threads of your current projects, ideas, and obligations as faint, silver streaks of light moving rapidly through the dark. Watch as the cool, heavy gravity of the night begins to gently pull on them. Notice how their frantic movement is slowly, beautifully beginning to calm. The sharp, vibrant energy of doing is smoothly transforming into the soft, unhurried essence of being. With every slow, resonant beat of your heart, the internal revolutions of your engine are dialing down. You are entirely safe to drop the spinning plates. You are entirely safe to let the engine cool. The momentum of the day is over, melting perfectly into the rich, velvet shadows of the void. You are shifting from the brilliant, chaotic speed of the manifesting generator into the profound, absolute stillness of the eternal dreamtime. Surrender the speed. Surrender the guilt. Allow yourself to simply rest. The profound, singular stillness has beautifully settled into the heavy architecture of your physical form. The frantic, multi-directional momentum of your mind has coasted to a complete, flawless stop. But for a true manifesting generator, the physical act of stopping is often only half the journey. The much heavier anchor, keeping you tethered to the waking grid, is the emotional weight you carry into the dark. It is the dense, vibrating guilt of the pivot. Throughout your magnificent, multi-passionate life, you have started 1,000 brilliant fires. You are a creature of immense inspiration, naturally designed to dive headfirst into new projects, new hobbies, and entirely new ways of living the moment your deep sacral energy responds. But because your energy moves at a quantum speed, you often master the essence of an experience long before the project itself is officially finished in the eyes of the world. And when your profound life force energy suddenly drops, you are naturally, organically designed to gracefully pivot. Society does not understand this beautiful mechanic. It labels your brilliant pivots as inconsistency. It shames you for the half-read books on your nightstand, the abandoned canvases in your workspace, and the sudden changes in your professional or personal trajectory. It constantly dictates that you must finish what you start, forcing you to drag your heavy, depleted energy across artificial finish lines just to satisfy a rigid, linear timeline that was never built to hold your magnitude. Because of this heavy, relentless conditioning, you often lie awake in the sanctuary of your bed, surrounded by the invisible ghosts of your unfinished paths. You look at the things you have set down, and you feel a quiet, lingering sense of failure, as if your inability to force yourself into a single, predictable lane means you are somehow flawed. But here, in the vast, unconditional embrace of the eternal dreamtime, that heavy narrative is entirely dismantled. I invite you to radically, beautifully reframe the way you view your own brilliant design. Your sudden pivots are not failures of discipline. They are acts of profound, energetic wisdom. When you lose interest in a path, it simply means that your magnificent soul has extracted exactly what it needed from that specific experience, and it is fully ready to leap again. You are not meant to be a machine operating on a single, endless assembly line. You are a curator of multi-dimensional experiences designed to taste the vast, infinite buffet of the cosmos. Take a very slow, deep, luxurious breath, drawing the pure, unhurried air directly into the center of your chest, where that lingering guilt so often resides. As you release a long, heavy, effortless exhale, I invite you to consciously, deliberately forgive yourself for every single path you did not finish today. Wrap a profound, unconditional peace around the open loops. The projects you set down do not judge you. The half-finished tasks are not demanding your immediate return. They are simply resting, exactly as you are resting now. They were never meant to be a heavy iron chain around your neck. They were beautiful, temporary stepping stones that perfectly supported your quantum leap to the next true thing. Give yourself the magnificent, absolute permission to let them go entirely. Listen closely as the acoustic atmosphere around you beautifully deepens, creating the perfect, safe container for this emotional release. The warm, mid-range drone sinks even further into the architecture of the void. Beneath it, a very slow, rhythmic, low-frequency pulse is gently introduced. It beats with the steady, unquestionable authority of a deeply relaxed resting heart rate. It is a calming, unhurried baseline that acts as a profound acoustic anchor, silently reminding your exhausted nervous system that it is perfectly safe to change your mind. It is perfectly safe to be exactly who you are, without apology and without explanation. In your mind's eye, the rich, deep indigo canvas of the sanctuary begins to subtly, beautifully shift. From the flawless dark, a deep, warm, entirely out-of-focus amber glow gracefully emerges. It does not possess sharp edges or a demanding, fixed shape. It is a vast, abstract cloud of radiant warmth, pulsing softly in perfect synchronization with the heavy, acoustic heartbeat of the void. This beautiful, pulsing amber light is the ultimate visual representation of profound self-acceptance. As it gently expands in the dark, feel its deep, radiant warmth washing completely over your tired spirit. It is actively melting away the guilt of the pivot. It is dissolving the heavy, rigid expectations of the linear world. You do not need to choose just one path. You do not need to force yourself to finish a single thing in the dark. You are a multi-passionate quantum being, and every single direction you have ever traveled was perfectly, flawlessly correct for the exact moment you were in it. Surrender the guilt completely into the amber glow. Let the heavy burden of the unfinished paths dissolve entirely into the vast, protective shadows. You are beautifully unburdened, perfectly whole, and entirely prepared to drift even deeper into the unhurried weight of the eternal night. The profound, unconditional forgiveness of the night has beautifully settled into your chest. The heavy, lingering guilt of the unfinished paths has entirely dissolved, melting flawlessly into the warm, pulsing amber glow of your own self-acceptance. Your mind is quiet, and the frantic, multi-directional momentum of your thoughts has completely ceased. But to achieve the absolute, mythic depths of rest that your physical body so desperately requires, we must address the most powerful, defining mechanism of your entire energetic blueprint. We must bring our gentle, detached awareness to the magnificent, high-speed highway that connects your sacral center to your throat. As a manifesting generator, this direct, instantaneous connection is your ultimate superpower in the waking world. It is the brilliant physical pathway that allows you to take a raw spark of deep, gut-level inspiration and instantly, effortlessly speak it into existence. When your sacral engine hums with a profound yes, that vital energy rushes straight up into your throat center, bypassing the slow, tedious calculations of the logical mind, and immediately bursts outward into creation. It is a massive, high-voltage channel of pure doing, pure responding, and pure manifestation. But when the sun goes down and the waking grid powers off, this incredibly powerful highway can become a profound obstacle to your rest. Even when your mind is quiet, this energetic channel often remains wide open. It creates a subtle, restless vibration, a buzzing, lingering urge to just do one more thing. It is the quiet, nagging impulse to send one last message, to write down one last brilliant idea, to physically act on a late-night burst of inspiration, or to speak your thoughts aloud into the empty room. Your body wants to continue generating, continue manifesting, because that is what it was brilliantly designed to do. Here, in the flawless, isolated sanctuary of the eternal dream time, I invite you to consciously, deliberately close that highway for the night. The universe is completely paused. There is absolutely nothing that requires your immediate response. The brilliant ideas that spark in the dark will wait for you patiently in the morning. They do not need to be captured, spoken, or acted upon right now. Bring your quiet, effortless focus directly to the physical space of your throat. Take a very slow, deep, luxurious breath of the cool night air. As you release a long, heavy, sweeping exhale, visualize a massive, heavy gate gently closing across that energetic pathway. Command the delicate, overworked muscles of your vocal cords to entirely forget the complex, demanding shape of human language. You do not need to explain yourself. You do not need to share your inspiration. and you absolutely do not need to manifest a single outcome in the dark. Give your throat center the explicit, unconditional permission to fall completely, profoundly silent. Now, allow that heavy, cascading wave of physical relaxation to drift slowly downward. Feel it move gracefully through the center of your chest, sliding past your rib cage and pooling heavily in the very center of your deep belly. You have arrived at the sacral center. This is the massive, buzzing battery of your physical form. All day long, it has been rapidly pushing your life force energy outward, fueling your pivots, your projects, and your passions. Right now, that battery is completely exhausted, yet it is still desperately trying to hum. It is time to empty it of all its outward momentum. Listen closely as the acoustic atmosphere around you undergoes a profound, deeply grounding transformation. The warm, rhythmic pulse of the mid-range drone gently merges with a new, incredibly low, continuous, rumbling earthy frequency. It sounds and feels like a massive, ancient, heavy engine, slowly, beautifully spinning down. The acoustic vibration is dense and deeply anchoring, sinking directly into the bones of your pelvis and pulling the residual, restless electricity straight out of your body and down into the core of the earth. As you listen to this heavy, rumbling frequency slowly lose its speed, feel the buzzing static in your lower belly beginning to completely flatline. You are consciously emptying the high-velocity battery. You are pulling your magnificent life force energy back inside, retrieving it from the external world and drawing it deeply inward. It is no longer required to build or create. It is now reserved entirely, unconditionally, for the miraculous cellular repair of your own exhausted physical vessel. In your mind's eye, return to that vast, abstract cloud of warm amber light. As the massive engine of the soundscape spins down into near silence, watch as the amber glow begins to gracefully, beautifully lose its heat. It dims very slowly, transitioning from a radiant, pulsing warmth into a dense, heavy, dark terracotta shadow. The subtle vibration within the color completely stops. Watch as the heavy terracotta shadow continues to cool, entirely losing its shape and its form. It smooths out beautifully, seamlessly melting into a pristine, flat, flawless black canvas. The sacral throat connection has been entirely severed for the night. The massive generator is completely powered off. The voice of manifestation is profoundly silent. You are no longer generating, and you are no longer manifesting. You have successfully shifted from the exhausting, rapid-fire demands of doing into the vast, effortless grace of pure, uninterrupted being. Your physical body is now magnificently heavy, flawlessly empty, and perfectly prepared to drift into the absolute deepest, most restorative layers of the ancient night. The heavy, flawless black canvas of your inner vision is now completely established. The physical machinery of your high-velocity design has entirely powered down. The voice of manifestation is profoundly silent, and the massive, buzzing battery of your sacral center has safely, completely emptied its outward momentum. You have successfully released the physical tension and the heavy guilt of the waking world. But even in this profound state of physical stillness, the unique, magnificent spirit of the manifesting generator remains. You are a being of infinite curiosity, filled with a beautiful multitude of interests, dreams, and diverse callings. When you first lay down in the dark, the presence of so many different passions can feel like a heavy, chaotic burden. The waking world conditions you to believe that if you have too many interests, you are scattered, unfocused, or lost. It demands that you narrow your brilliant scope, forcing you to pick just one single path and abandon all the others. It asks you to pull your vast, expanding energy into a tight, restrictive box. But here, in the vast, unconditional expanse of the eternal dreamtime, your multi-passionate soul is finally allowed to exist in its true, magnificent form. You do not need to abandon a single piece of your brilliant complexity to find perfect peace. I invite you to gently, effortlessly, shift the way you perceive your own beautiful mind. In the quiet sanctuary of your inner vision, look out into the absolute, flawless dark. Very slowly, allow the pitch-black canvas to transform into the vast, infinite expanse of a deep, midnight sky. And within this infinite sky, allow every single one of your passions, your unfinished projects, your wild ideas, and your diverse interests to gently materialize as a single, quiet star. Watch as they appear, one by one. There are brilliant clusters of recent inspiration, and there are faint, distant stars representing old hobbies and past loves that you gracefully pivoted away from. In the bright, demanding hours of the day, you operated under the exhausting illusion that you had to frantically travel to every single one of these stars. You believed you had to physically bridge the impossible distances between them, constantly rushing from one brilliant idea to the next, desperate to keep them all burning bright. But tonight, you are no longer the exhausted traveler. You do not need to visit a single star. You do not need to organize them, prioritize them, or force them to align into a cohesive, logical constellation that the rest of the world can understand. Tonight, you are simply the sky. You are the vast, magnificent, dark expanse that effortlessly, perfectly holds every single star in absolute equilibrium. You are the profound, quiet space between the ideas. As the sky, you do not have to choose between your passions. You can hold the brilliant, chaotic multitude of your entire being without lifting a single finger. Feel the immense, unconditional relief of this truth washing entirely over your resting physical form. You are vast enough to contain it all. You are deep enough to hold every contradiction, every pivot, and every dream in a state of perfect, weightless suspension. The stars are not asking you to act. They are simply resting in your protective dark, exactly as you are resting now. Listen closely as the acoustic architecture of the sanctuary perfectly mirrors this profound, unifying shift. The warm, rumbling frequencies of the engine have completely faded into the background. The higher ambient pads have gracefully, entirely receded, pulling back into the absolute deepest layers of the void. In their place, the massive, heavy sweep of the ancestral delta wave rises and fully takes over the soundscape. beating flawlessly between 1 and 2 hertz. This slow, unquestionable frequency is the true acoustic signature of the deep, ancient night. It is a heavy, rhythmic pulse that bypasses your conscious, analytical mind entirely, speaking directly to your brainstem and your deepest biological centers of restoration. It is the steady, unhurried heartbeat of the cosmos, wrapping your completely unburdened physical form in a thick, acoustic blanket of perfect safety. As this heavy delta wave washes over you, watch as the visual field of your inner sky beautifully, gently softens. The distinct, individual stars of your passions begin to lose their sharp, defining edges. You are no longer focusing on any single idea or any specific path. The entire constellation gracefully blurs, transforming into the absolute softest, most unfocused, microscopic shimmer of silver light, suspended perfectly in the deep velvet black. It is a visual representation of pure, unadulterated harmony. The many have beautifully, seamlessly become the one. Your fast mind has found its ultimate refuge. The multi-threaded tracks have merged into a single, profound river of rest. The boundaries of your physical body are beautifully dissolving into the heavy, protective gravity of the earth beneath you. You are completely untethered from the rushing timeline, perfectly unhooked from the demands of velocity and manifestation. Your speed is a magnificent gift to the waking world. But here, in the flawless, isolated quiet of the eternal dream time, peace is your only destination. You have arrived. You are completely whole, beautifully suspended, and entirely ready to drift into the absolute deepest, most mythic layers of your resting design. The massive, quantum engine of your mind has gracefully lost its forward momentum. You are no longer accelerating into the future. You are beautifully, slowly coasting into the profound gravity of the present moment. But for a manifesting generator, this sudden deceleration can sometimes feel strange to the physical body. You are a creature of magnificent velocity, naturally designed to leap effortlessly from the beginning of an idea straight to its brilliant conclusion, often bypassing the tedious, linear steps in between. Because you process the world so rapidly, your nervous system is deeply conditioned to remain in a constant state of hyper-readiness, silently bracing for the next sudden pivot or the next brilliant flash of inspiration. When you move through the waking grid at such a breathtaking speed, skipping the mundane steps to reach the summit, you inadvertently accumulate a very specific kind of physical and energetic friction. It is the subtle, vibrating tension of always having multiple open loops running in the background of your mind. It is the heavy, invisible weight of constantly juggling a dozen spinning plates, desperately ensuring that none of them fall. Your brilliant, multi-threaded tracks have been running simultaneously all day, processing data, anticipating outcomes, and constantly recalculating your trajectory. But here, in the flawless, uncreated void of the eternal night, there are absolutely no plates left to spin. There are no steps to skip, because there is no destination to reach. The architecture of your rest does not require a linear path, and it certainly does not require your velocity. It requires only your profound, unconditional surrender. I invite you to give yourself the explicit, conscious permission to let every single spinning plate beautifully, safely crash to the ground. You do not need to catch them. You do not need to manage the pieces. The ancient, quiet intelligence of the night will perfectly absorb the impact. There is absolutely nothing that needs to be kept in the air right now. Let us begin to actively apply the energetic brakes to your tired physical vessel. Bring your gentle, detached awareness to the very top of your head and let it drift slowly down into the intricate muscles of your jaw. When you are processing multiple threads at quantum speed, the jaw is often the first place the body holds the tension of the unsaid and the undone. You clench it silently, a physical manifestation of your mind trying to grip the rushing timeline. Take a very slow, luxurious breath in. As you exhale, command your jaw to completely unclench. Let your tongue fall softly away from the roof of your mouth. Feel the heavy, dense armor around your face beautifully, gracefully melt away, leaving behind a pristine, formless calm. Now, allow that profound, descending wave of relaxation to wash over the back of your neck and cascade directly into your shoulders. All day long, your shoulders have been physically leaning forward, pulled by the intense magnetic momentum of your own rapid-fire ideas. They have been carrying the heavy, literal weight of every open project and every unfinished path. Take another deep, grounding breath. As you release the air, deliberately let your shoulders drop a fraction of an inch deeper into the surface beneath you. Feel the rigid, defensive bracing completely dissolve. The immense burden of your multi-passionate life is sliding effortlessly off your physical frame, neutralized entirely by the vast, protective dark. Move your quiet awareness into the center of your chest. The high-velocity mind forces the breath to sit high and tight in the lungs, a shallow rhythm of continuous urgency. We are going to change that rhythm now. On your next inhale, bypass the chest entirely. Draw the cool, unhurried air of the sanctuary all the way down into your deep belly, expanding it fully. Hold it in that deep space for just a moment, and then release it in a long, heavy, sweeping sigh. You are signaling to your central nervous system that the emergency is over. The sprint has ended. The need for speed has been permanently deactivated for the night. Listen closely as the acoustic atmosphere around you beautifully mirrors this internal deceleration. The subtle, fast-moving high frequencies that mirrored your rapid, multi-threaded thoughts are completely dissolving into the shadows. They are losing their sharp, chaotic edges, evaporating entirely into the vast distance. In their place, a rich, warm, mid-range drone gently rises from the void. It is a heavy, grounding acoustic anchor that feels like a thick, weighted blanket wrapping perfectly around your unburdened shoulders. It provides a slow, unhurried baseline that encourages your heart rate to gracefully sync with the profound, ancient rotation of the earth. In your mind's eye, return to the visual of those faintly glowing silver threads, the countless passions and projects that were darting rapidly through your mental sky. Watch them closely now. Under the heavy, comforting influence of the acoustic drone, their movement slows to an absolute, flawless stop. They no longer demand your attention. They no longer require your energy. as they come to a complete standstill. Watch as their sharp, glowing edges begin to gently blur. The silver light softens beautifully, growing fainter and fainter, until the threads melt seamlessly into a rich, deep indigo canvas. The complex, multi-directional map of your mind has been entirely cleared. You are shifting from the restless, high-speed energy of doing directly into the heavy, grounded essence of singular being. You are perfectly safe, wonderfully empty, and beautifully prepared to drift even deeper. The microscopic, unfocused shimmer of silver light now rests perfectly within the vast, unblemished dark of your inner sky. The profound, heavy architecture of your physical form has entirely surrendered to the immense gravity of the earth beneath you. You are suspended in a state of absolute, unconditional equilibrium. The frantic, high-velocity momentum that defined your waking hours has completely vanished, leaving behind a magnificent, expansive silence. But as we travel even deeper into this flawless sanctuary, we must actively nurture this newly found stillness. We must ensure that every single fragment of your brilliant, multi-passionate soul is fully integrated into this profound state of rest, completely protected from the sudden, lingering impulses of the waking mind. For a manifesting generator, the transition from quantum speed to absolute zero is not just a physical deceleration, it is a profound identity shift. All day long, society has demanded that you define yourself by your output. It has asked you to categorize your brilliant, chaotic passions into neat, logical boxes, constantly questioning how your diverse interests could possibly fit together. This relentless external pressure creates a deep, invisible fragmentation within your spirit. It makes you feel as though your energy is scattered, pulled in a dozen different directions by a world that refuses to understand the magnificent, non-linear nature of your design. But here, in the flawless, isolated quiet of the deep night, that fragmentation is entirely an illusion. There are no boxes in the void. There are no categories, no titles, and no logical explanations required. You do not need to justify how the many different pieces of your life fit together, because here in the dark, they are not separate pieces at all. Bring your gentle, detached awareness to the very center of your physical form, to that quiet space where the heavy, rhythmic sweep of the delta wave is slowly, beautifully washing over your nervous system. As you take a very slow, deep, luxurious breath, visualize all those seemingly disconnected fragments of your identity gently, seamlessly drawing inward. The part of you that creates, the part of you that builds, the part of you that studies, and the part of you that dreams. They are all flowing back to the exact same source. They are merging flawlessly into a single, unified river of pure, unconditioned awareness. You are not scattered. You are beautifully, magnificently whole. Feel the immense physical relief of this integration washing entirely over your body. As the heavy, comforting blanket of the acoustic drone vibrates through your bones, notice how the very last traces of muscular bracing begin to completely dissolve. The microscopic tension in your chest, the subtle readiness in your hands, the lingering urge to leap forward, All of it is being neutralized by the profound weight of this unified wholeness. Your sacral center, which spent the entire day acting as a massive, buzzing battery for the external world, is now functioning exclusively as a deep, warm, restorative ember for your own cellular repair. It is healing the burnout. It is actively repairing the subtle, invisible wear and tear of a life lived at quantum speed. We are completely dismantling the illusion of time. The modern grid operates on the exhausting premise that tomorrow is already rushing toward you, demanding your attention and your energy before today has even truly ended. It forces your high-velocity mind to constantly live in the future, anticipating the next pivot and planning the next leap. But right here, suspended perfectly in the deep dream time, the mechanical ticking of the clock has been entirely erased. Tomorrow does not exist in this sanctuary. The linear timeline has completely collapsed into a single, eternal, flawless moment of peace. You do not need to rush toward your rest, and you absolutely do not need to prepare for the morning. You are entirely safe to expand into this precise moment, allowing it to stretch infinitely outward. An entire century could beautifully, gracefully pass in the quiet space between your inhale and your exhale, and it would not matter at all. There is only the breath. There is only the dark. There is only the profound, unhurried weight of your own existence. As you sink ever deeper into this magnificent, unified stillness, I want to offer a final, grounding blessing to your multi-passionate spirit. I invite you to let these words wash entirely over your exhausted nervous system. Do not try to analyze them. Do not try to hold on to them. Simply let them absorb directly into the ancient, quiet intelligence of your resting cells, serving as a protective seal around your deep slumber. May your fast mind find rest. May your multi-passionate soul find the beautiful balance and harmony it deserves, and may you wake up tomorrow completely renewed. As you drift into the silence, remember that your speed is a gift, but tonight, peace is your destination. Namaste. The blessing has been spoken, and its truth is now permanently woven into the heavy, acoustic architecture of the sanctuary. The frantic, multi-directional energy of the day has been beautifully, entirely put to rest. But our journey into the deep night is not quite over yet. You are standing at the very edge of the absolute deepest layer of the void. Your physical vessel is perfectly heavy, your mind is beautifully clear, and your multi-passionate soul is flawlessly whole. You are entirely untethered from the waking grid, wrapped in the thick, protective gravity of the earth. We are going to travel a little further together, crossing this final threshold into the ultimate, restorative depths of the Delta Drift, where the very last remnants of human language will dissolve, and the profound, mythic silence of the universe will completely take over. Breathe slowly. Let go entirely. The deepest part of the night is beautifully opening up to receive you. You have stepped completely through the final, magnificent threshold. You are now resting at the absolute, mythic center of the eternal dream time. The transition is beautifully, flawlessly complete. The spoken word, the complex structures of language, and the heavy, demanding concepts of the waking world have entirely lost their meaning here. The sound of my voice is now beautifully, gracefully losing its shape, dissolving seamlessly into the rich, warm, acoustic architecture of the deep void. You do not need to listen to me anymore. You do not need to process a single thought, analyze a single feeling, or hold on to a single thread of conscious awareness. The universe has completely taken over, and you are being held with a profound, unshakable gravity. As a manifesting generator, your entire existence in the daylight is defined by motion, by brilliant creation, and by the relentless, high-velocity output of your sacral energy. But here, in this flawless, pitch-black sanctuary, that massive quantum engine has been entirely, unconditionally powered off. The dense, restless electricity that once buzzed beneath your skin has completely drained away, absorbed perfectly by the cool, grounding earth beneath you. Your physical vessel is wonderfully, magnificently heavy. The microscopic tension in your muscles has entirely unspooled. The bridge between your life force and your voice is permanently closed for the night, leaving you in a state of absolute, unblemished silence. The heavy, rhythmic sweep of the ancestral delta wave is now the only anchor you need, beating flawlessly in the deepest, most restorative registers of frequency. This slow, unquestionable sound acts as a massive, weighted blanket, wrapping perfectly around your exhausted nervous system. It communicates directly with the ancient, quiet wisdom of your cells, bypassing your mind entirely. It is a biological lullaby, commanding every single fiber of your being to surrender to the dark. As this heavy, acoustic wave washes over you, the cellular repair of your multi-passionate body begins in earnest. The invisible wear and tear of living at quantum speed is being beautifully, meticulously healed by the absolute stillness of the night. In the vast, internal sky of your mind, the brilliant, chaotic constellation of your passions has faded entirely. You are no longer jumping from star to star. You are no longer managing the complex, multi-threaded tracks of your brilliant ideas. You have simply become the magnificent, dark expanse of the sky itself, vast, empty, and perfectly at peace. The heavy guilt of the pivot is gone. The rigid pressure of the linear timeline is permanently erased. You are not a machine built for endless productivity. You are a beautiful, multi-dimensional soul, experiencing the profound, miraculous weight of simply existing. There is absolutely nothing left to do tonight. There is nothing left to generate, nothing left to manifest, and no one left to respond to. The spinning plates have all been set down. The open loops have all been beautifully, gracefully closed. You are entirely safe in this dark, protective container. The frantic noise of the waking grid cannot reach you here. The demands of tomorrow have absolutely no power over your physical form. You are perfectly insulated, beautifully isolated, and unconditionally secure. Let the rich, velvet shadows of the sanctuary completely absorb your awareness. As you sink into this flawless dark, allow the boundaries of your physical body to beautifully, seamlessly melt away. You are no longer defined by the edges of your skin or the shape of your waking identity. You are expanding, gently flowing out into the vast, protective emptiness of the room, becoming entirely one with the profound quiet of the night. There is absolutely no separation between your unhurried breathing and the slow, ancient rotation of the earth. Let the slow, rhythmic heartbeat of the delta wave carry you down to the very ocean floor of your resting design. Imagine the heavy, gentle pressure of the deep water pressing perfectly against you, wrapping you in a thick, warm blanket of absolute biological security. Far above you, the turbulent surface waters of the waking world continue their frantic motion. But down here, in the mythic depths of the void, the water is eternally, completely still. No sudden demands can reach you in this deep trench. No lingering thoughts can disturb the profound, unbroken calm of your inner sanctuary. Surrender your physical weight entirely to the infinite drift. Feel the magnificent, grounding gravity of the earth, pulling the final, microscopic remnants of tension from the very marrow of your bones. Your limbs are wonderfully, magnificently heavy, anchored deeply into the core of the planet. Every single muscle fiber that spent the bright hours of the day bracing for sudden movement has completely surrendered, unspooling into a state of total, flawless rest. You are entirely untethered from the rushing timeline, perfectly unhooked from the machinery of doing and responding. Sink ever deeper into this heavy, unburdened stillness. The universe is keeping a quiet, unbroken, eternal watch over your resting spirit. The ancient cosmos recognizes your physical exhaustion, and it has built this flawless, impenetrable sanctuary specifically to hold your multi-passionate soul. You are entirely safe to let go of the vigil. You do not need to guard your own energy or anticipate tomorrow anymore. The vast, dark expanse of the night is standing watch in your place, offering its infinite strength to protect your deep slumber. The mythic, restorative rest you have so richly earned is now fully, permanently yours. The brilliant quantum engine is completely cold. The chaotic constellation of your ideas is flawlessly dark. You are entirely whole, perfectly empty, and beautifully aligned. Float endlessly in the unblemished dark. Rest perfectly in the absolute quiet. Be entirely at peace. Sleep.